Hi guys, Tracy here, and I have something very different for my channel. I have a mini album. I don't know how long it's been since my channel has had a mini album. A very, very long time. Anyhow, I made a mini album this week and it was so much fun. And I'm doing a separate share video for you guys just because the process video for this project is so darn long. And I know that some of you really like to watch long process videos. I know some of you actually put on the video and then you go to bed and you kind of like it kind of narrating you to sleep, which is fine. I don't mind that at all. And others just really like to see all of the details and listen to a really long video. So if you're interested in the process that shows how I made this one, the process video for this one is on my channel. It's in two different parts. There is about a 35-minute video that shows how I chose my photos and how I built the structure of the album. So this album is using an acrylic, a clear acrylic album that was made by Doodle Bug Designs, and I don't think you can buy it in stores. It was at Crop and Create for a class, and I actually didn't take the class, but they had the album for sale in the shop that was at Crop and Create. So anyhow, I have this acrylic mini album, and I actually have two more of it in my stash. I bought 3 of them because I thought I would like it so much, and boy, was I right. I absolutely loved making this project. So if you want to see how I made the album itself, meaning like the pages, so not just, you know, how I put the binder rings through the pages, but I have some pages that I added because I had more pictures and stories to tell than what came with the album. So I made some homemade pages, and I also covered each page with paper and I sewed on it. And so the basic structure of the unembellished album, the process that shows the making of that, is in the first process video. So that would be Long Weekend Mini Album Part 1. And then Long Weekend Mini Album Part 2 process shows how I added the pictures and the journaling and the embellishing and came up with this final product. So if you love really long process videos, you will be happy to see those on my channel. If you don't like really long process videos, this video here might be for you, because in this one, I'm just going to flip through and let you know how I made it. I'm not going to go into too much detail because, again, I don't want it to be too much of a repetition of what's already on my channel in those longer videos, but I will just kind of flip through a little bit and show you what's inside. And if you really want to see the process, you can check out the other videos. So I did use some Stampin' Up! Ribbon. This is my favorite ribbon to put on mini album rings because it's so thin and pretty. I used gray and black and gold. I love Stampin' Up! Ribbon. It looks like this. Those aren't the exact ones. Hang on. There's a brown in there. But what I love about Stampin' Up! Ribbon is that a lot comes on the spool. So even though, you know, you buy it, and I know that at least I don't use ribbon as often as I used to, but it's nice to have some nice, especially some nice neutral ribbons that I can use on mini albums especially. So the cover page uses some Heidi Swap letter stickers and then some thickers. These are maple thickers that are rubber letter stickers. And throughout the album, I used the Take Me Away. I used some 6x6 paper pads for the bases, like for the paper. And so I used Take Me Away and Crepe Paper Flea Market. And these were both 6x6 paper pads that were in my stash for quite some time. I might have also dipped into this one once or twice. This is the Maggie Holmes crepe paper album, I think, or 6x6 paper pad. And I think this might be for the first Maggie Holmes collection. Anyhow, I really used up a lot of the papers from those collections, so I'm really happy to have it in a project instead of sitting on my shelf with my other paper pads. I also used the... This is new for me. This is a dynamic embossing folder. You'll see how much bigger and thicker it is than regular embossing folders. And it embosses this really deeply impressed texture with different levels. So it's sort of like embossed intricately, I guess is the best way for me to say it. I use the back side, so it's debossed actually, and I just cut it along, like I just cut a random pattern out of it. And I have all of that mounted, like this title is mounted onto 2 tags from the Chasing Dreams collection. I used hearts throughout, these gold puffy hearts from Freckled Fawn, and puffy stickers just from my stash, so a whole bunch of random. There's sewing on each page, so each page, if you go back and look at the process, you'll see that each page includes the acetate or acrylic page. So the Doodle Bug Designs album is an acetate album. It has these pages. The front and back page are bigger than the inside pages. The inside pages are like smaller squares with tabs on them. And then I added some pages that I cut myself out of pieces of acetate from my stash. I had a piece from Webster's Pages and also a piece from Hambly, from a Hambly screen print. And so I basically just chunked together different random assortments of paper from those 2 paper pads. I just cut it up into random squares and rectangles and strips and stuff, and I glued it all together to itself, and then I ran it through my sewing machine. And I did leave lots of pieces of thread hanging just to add texture, and I think when you're using a really shiny, smooth texture like clear acrylic, it's really nice to add some stringy texture to it, just to kind of contrast with the smooth shininess of the pages. And you'll see that there are places in which the white shows through from the other page, but I really don't mind that look. I think that it kind of, I really like a casual, whimsical look to my mini albums. In the past, when I was making mini albums, the last time around when I went through a really big mini album phase in my scrapbooking career, I was making a lot of what I called junk mini albums. And so they were really kind of like junky and mishmashy and not very matched and coordinated, and I really liked that look. And so that kind of carries through to this one, even though I used the same collection or the same 2 collections all throughout this one. I did kind of make it be kind of messy looking with the white showing from the other side. I just made sure that there was lots of other white on each page so that the white showing through from the other side wasn't so obvious. Like, I think if these pages had very little white on it, then you would really notice these pops of white showing through from the other side. But I tried to really balance it, and that's part of why I left the torn edges, and that's part of why I left the white threads hanging, was to kind of really give lots of white to each page. Another thing I did to have a nice uniform look throughout this album is I put some of these Tim Holtz rub-ons. They're from this package right here. They're called Words. They're Remnant Rubs by Tim Holtz Ideology. And this is all I have left from this package. The package comes with 2 sheets, and I used almost all of them on this. And I have lots of packages of these. This is another package that I have. And I use them for design elements, not necessarily for, like, not necessarily as an embellishment, as much as to add some black and white contrast to a page. So all of my photos are printed in black and white, and they all have the same high contrast filter from Hipstamatic, and that also helps give some uniformity to my album from page to page. I didn't use all the same letter stickers, but that is another way that you could add some cohesion to a mishmashy type of an album. I actually really love mixing up my letter stickers, but I do, oops, I'm going to have to use my glue, my Tombow Mono multi-glue to get that to stick. I could tell that those were not going to stick to that textured paper, so when I'm finished, I will glue those down. Anyhow, as I was saying, I did use the exact same pen for journaling, and I used the same method of journaling, like just kind of freehand journaling with underlining. And if I didn't do that, like if I used typing, I would use typing all throughout, or if I printed it on my computer, I would print it throughout. That's just another way to add some more uniformity to one of these mishmashy type of albums. So this page is, actually this whole album is about our long weekend, and our long weekend, it was Easter long weekend, but it was more about just kind of like a snapshot, almost like a weekend in our life type of album, where it's kind of like a snapshot of some of the things that we did. Some of them were everyday things, and some of them were more special things that we did specifically because it happened to be Easter weekend. So this is one of those kinds of an albums. So it started on Thursday night. We went to Unicorn Theater, which is the community theater that my daughter is involved in. And I just wrote down here, it says, Sophie signs up for jobs for Unicorn Theater, canteen, and selling roses, plus setup and cleanup. And so I'm just really proud of her because she didn't have to sign up to volunteer. It's mostly the parents who do that, but she really wanted to help out. And so she signed up for 4 different jobs, and I will do those jobs with her, as well as my own jobs. So I just spelled out Unicorn Theater. These are Studio Calico rubber letter stickers. I love them so much. Actually, it's called 7 Paper, but that's a Studio Calico brand of rubber letter stickers. They came in the hip kit for, I think, March. And then these are Pebbles letter stickers, and these are just a bunch of stuff from my stash. So these word stickers, I'm pretty sure they might be Imaginess, but I can't find them anymore. And I have the brand is written on the back side of it, but I can't find it. So anyhow, I think it's Imaginess. I use die cuts mostly from Maggie Holmes' Chasing Dreams collection. And so that's what this tag is, and this tag, and this. And so almost everything, if I don't say what it is, it's probably Chasing Dreams from Maggie Holmes. Then this page is about a walk that we took on Friday, I think. And so we went for a walk and we found this snake on the road, and I took a picture because my daughter really loves snakes. It says we took a walk, and then I just did this journaling. It says we found a cute garter snake sunning himself on the road, with a little heart. Then I came back later and added this extra journaling. It says Livy didn't come with us, but when she heard about the snake, she wished she had. Maybe next time. And I added more of the rub-ons right here just to kind of carry that through. And there are puffy hearts on almost every page. It looks like there's none on this page, which I think I might have just, I don't think I did that on purpose. So I think I'm actually going to add a couple right now because I kind of feel like, I don't know, like I wish I had some on it. Maybe put one right there, and maybe one right here. There. Now there's puffy hearts on that page. All right, now this page is a homemade page. I made it from acetate, and it is from a Webster's Pages piece of transparency. And now this page also doesn't have any hearts on it. And I'm out of hearts, so I guess it's going to keep on not having hearts on it. So this one says, I put a French braid in Sophie's hair. She's so happy her hair is long now. And so, you know, like this is kind of just the everyday moments in her life. She was so proud that her hair was long enough to put a braid in. So I just used some Chasing Dreams embellishments. That's a freckled fawn embellishment. This is another one of those gold word stickers from the other pages. Puffy stickers from my stash. This is from Chasing Dreams, and more of those rub-ons. These letter stickers here are from Freckled Fawn. The journaling says, at the superstore we had cans of pop after shopping. The lineups were so long, but Sophie found a short one. More rub-ons here, and these are embellishments from the Chasing Dreams collection. These are really old Amy Tangerine puffy stickers. And this is another puffy sticker, I think, from Freckled Fawn. More just stuff from my stash. So Chasing Dreams embellishment, like die cuts. This is a Stampin' Up! Doily. This is a Freckled Fawn, I believe, puffy sticker, those gold word stickers. And this is just us on Family Game Night, and then it just says Family Game Night right here. It says Rogues to Riches, which is a game that my sister-in-law, her friend actually invented this game and did a like a crowdfunding. I forget what it's called, but that popular crowdfunding website that people use, they use that to get this game published, and now you can buy it in stores and stuff. It's actually a really fun game. So I put be creative and joy because this game is like, it really involves using your imagination. And then this one is a picture of my daughter and her friend making slime in their area of my scrap room. So she has her own little area where she does crafts and makes slime and stuff. This is a cute girl puffy sticker. I think these are pink paisley letter stickers, and these are thickers from Dear Lizzie. These are sassafras letter stickers, and I just journaled, like did my sentiment above and below, and I just did my own penmanship, and then I just thickened it up and added these little, I call them bell bottoms to my letters, and little puffy sleeves. That's just what I call them. And again, I've got some hearts that make a visual triangle on this page, and just layered die cuts here from the Chasing Dreams collection. There is sewing on every single page. Sometimes it's really noticeable and sometimes it's mostly covered. This is another rub-on from that same Tim Holtz. You'll see rub-ons on, I think, every single page, except it looks like this one doesn't have one, but you can still see from behind. So even the pages that don't have something on them, you can still see some stuff from the pages behind, which is one of the things I really love about using these acetate pages. And so for this one, I have this layered, like this is a scallop circle with a stitched circle over top of it. And then on the back side, I just put another circle in the same place so that you can still see the scallop from the other side. It just shows through, and it looks like both circles have a scalloped edge on them when really there's only one scalloped edge. And I just aligned the pages so that they were overlapping for the most part, even though you can see some white showing through from the other side. I could have used double-sided paper, and then there would be kind of like just that much more layering on it, so you'd see patterns here instead of white. But I kind of like it with white. So where was I at? So this is another acetate page. This is with a Hambly screen print. So that's quite old now. And then these two are from the Cute Girl collection, and this is more of those 7 paper letter stickers. And this one just says, although Chloe was recently spayed, it is of course Lila who is so desperate for attention and snuggles. And this is just a picture of me with Lila, and there's Lila kind of like looking up at me. And in the background here, I was packing for the trip that we were about to go on. It's not really a trip, but we were going overnight to Scott's parents' place. And so this is what I mean by kind of like capturing our everyday life. So, you know, like a friend came over, we played a board game. Here's some mail that I got. This is a record that I got in the mail. This is just kind of like snuggling with the cat, but I'm packing. So that's kind of like the atmosphere here. More pictures of the cats because we love our cats. Love this peekaboo page. This is probably my favorite page. I especially love the back side of it. And this totally happened accidentally. If you watch my process, the first process video where I'm making the pages, you'll see that these are the circles that I cut to make this page right here. And it just happened that both of them, I cut the circle kind of like in this part of the page so that I could use those same pieces of paper to make another page with the negative space. And then I just use my heart punch to have like a heart shape in the middle of the circle. And so I'm using a lot of the same shapes just because it's acetate and I want to be able to not see a whole lot of the backs of things. But for example, right here, you can see the back side of the cat head, but I just put a butterfly there and it looks okay, right? Like everything doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. Then this page is a little bit different than all of the other pages. It has some purples on it that don't show up elsewhere in the book, but I added this puffy heart just to kind of make it look more like the rest of the book. And I really like this page because it shows our car selfie. This is a family tradition that we have every time that we take a road trip. We always do a car selfie. And there's actually 6 people in the car here, and I only had 5 of these emoji stickers from Freckled Fawn, but I just added a bunch of speech bubbles from the same sticker set just to kind of cover up the fact that there weren't exactly the right amount of emojis. We're all eating banana bread and we're heading out on the road there. I love that. Again, this is my favorite page. I love the acetate pages, and I decided to not put anything on the tabs. So the tabs are just this like subtle detail that's added to the page. At first I thought I would put like layers of overlapping labels or stickers or something, or maybe staple something or kind of make it look like something was sewn on, or like have a little chunk of the pattern paper extend onto the tabs. But I actually really like how the tabs look just plain and see-through. I really like that look quite a lot. So yeah. This is my favorite page. I don't know what it is that I love about it so much, but I just love it. That sticker keeps falling off. I'll have to put that back on when we're finished this video. So again, here's this page that is quite a bit different than the other pages. It's on another piece of acetate, and I just tried to make it so that the acetate pieces weren't right beside each other, so that there was always a piece of acrylic in between the acetate pages. And then here's a page just all about the cheesies. And for this page, what I did was, it's a picture of, it's from my perspective in the passenger seat of the car. And I'm driving and I have my suitcase there and then cheesies on top of the suitcase, and you can see the dash of the car there. And it says, "With cheesies and luggage on our laps, we set off for Pictou County." And I really love this page because I love the design of it. I love the big hunk of yellow with these layers here, and I like the way that I've embellished it. But what I like about this is that it tells the story that our car was really crowded. Like if you looked at this picture, you can see we've got our luggage on our laps. I don't have to say the car was crowded and we all had to have our luggage on our laps. I just said it this way, and that's one of the things that I really like to do with my albums, is kind of not say everything outright, but still get the story across. This page here is another one of those circle pages. So it's a page that just has two circles on it. They're made in exactly the same way with this piece of Sahara sand scalloped paper that I die cut with my with a set of nestabilities. And then this is a freckled fawn. No, not a freckled fawn, a lawn fawn die. It's the stitched circles. And then I just scrapbooked on it. It has a picture here, and this says "A Place to Crash." And so we did stay at a hotel. And one of the things that I love about, I have like the best in-laws ever, and what I really love about them is that it's like they're not easily offended. Like we have the kind of relationship where we can communicate, and you know, like I know that sometimes if you were to go visit relatives and stay in a hotel, they might be really offended that you didn't stay with them, but they were just happy that we were doing what we needed to do to enjoy our time. So I've been having some medical concerns, I guess, that just makes me a lot more tired than usual. And so the idea of traveling and traveling for an hour and a half, they're only an hour and a half away, so it's not like we had to stay overnight in a hotel, but to travel overnight and then, no, to travel there for an hour and a half and then visit and then get back in the car and go home for an hour and a half, it just felt like that would be way too much for me for one day. So we decided to go up one night and stay at a hotel, and they actually came and visited us at the hotel, which was really, really nice because we got to spend even more time with them than we would have if we just came up for a day trip. And the kids got to go in the pool, and it was just really fun and nice, and I'm so happy that our family is so relaxed and casual like that. So then on the flip side, there's just this other picture of the hotel room, and there's not really a story to go with it, but I did write Holiday in Stellarton. And then most favorite, this is I think it's a pink paisley puffy sticker, or it could be Fancy Pants actually, I don't know. It says, "Coffee was particularly delish this morning. Sophie kept us up until 4 a.m. asking about whether eggs would be hidden in the morning. Only Liv slept well last night." So we had a rough night. Just like 5 people in one hotel room, it's really hard. And then we've got a teenager who sleeps in the mornings, and then he's never tired at the right time at bedtime and that sort of thing. So it was just like a rough night, but we rolled with it. It was okay. We had a good time anyways. And so I just put this coffee sticker here. This is from crepe paper, and some more puffy hearts in a triangle. And now these are from Pink Paisley, this The Sweet Life, and it's a set of word stickers. And again, just kind of layers, and my journaling here says, Liv and Soph will tell you the pool is the best part of any staycation. Put this cannonball, this is from an old crepe paper beach themed sticker set. Another one of those gold word stickers and gold puffy hearts in a three, like in a triangle. And then more rub-ons on this page, of course. This page has this photo of our table, and it says, the best part for me is the free breakfast buffet. It's not the finest of dining, but we all get up and eat together and plan our day. And then I put 5 hearts there because there's 5 people in our family. And it's sort of like, this is what the kids like, and then this is what I like. And so it's kind of like these 2 pages sort of go together. This is a cute girl puffy sticker, and this is another crepe paper from the same collection as this cannonball. It's like an old summer collection. And more of those word stickers. And then the rub-ons I just put on this swan die cut piece. More layers, more Chasing Dreams collection from Maggie Holmes. Sticker here, journaling up here. Going to Pictou County the night before and staying at the hotel meant we were less tired and more relaxed to celebrate Easter, to celebrate with the family. And then I just put Easter here. And this is really the only place that I mentioned that it was Easter. And that's because we're not a terribly religious family. And so we consider Easter a family, like a family holiday where it's a chance for us to have a meal together as a family. We always get together at Easter time. It says, although Pascal can sleep anywhere at any time. And this is a picture. There's Pascal. He's like sound asleep with his head facing the ceiling. And I think this picture is kind of pretty hilarious because everybody's just kind of like talking and chatting and he's like sound asleep in the corner. And then this, I just used those same rubber letter stickers from 7 Paper to spell out yikes. It says, look what the recent windstorm did to Papa's barn. There's actually a tree on Papa's barn. His barn is okay. I don't think it's going to have to be torn down or anything, but it's a bit, I think it's going to have to need some repairs. More rub-ons. More layered die cut pieces. I know I'm going fast. I just, I just narrated a 1 hour long video. So if you're interested in seeing more about this album and how it comes together, do check out my videos. Even if you don't watch the whole thing, they are pretty long, but it really does go into quite a lot of detail of how this mini album came together. So then the back just says, my heart is full. This is a sticker from the Chasing Dreams sticker set from Maggie Holmes from her recent collection. And then this sticker just says, bye-bye. I thought it was appropriate to put on the back cover. So this is my mini album. I love it so much. And it really got me into the mood to make more mini albums. There was a time when I used to make a whole lot of mini albums. And then I just totally gave it up. And lately, all I generally do is just 12 by 12 pages. And so I kind of feel like this project got me back in the groove of mini albums and really appreciating them and wanting to do some more of them. So let's just put these hearts in place. There we go. I can multitask a little bit and do that while I talk to you guys. There we go. And so, like I said, there are 2 other videos on my channel. One of them is especially long, but the 30-minute one isn't too bad, and it just shows how the structure of the album came together. So make sure you check those out if you want. I'm going to put some pictures, some close-up pictures. Love how the pictures came out, so do check those out at the end of this video. Take care and have a really great scrappy week.